And we should be live again, but I think I might have frozen.
You froze for a second, but that's okay.
Okay. Yep. And we're live again. I do apologize for the previous feed getting stopped prematurely there. So we are live and continuing our coverage of this matchup between Stafford Parker and Dave Meyer. This will just be part 2 of this game, but hopefully will not be equally as long as the last broadcast. But at this point, it shouldn't be, because for those of you who are just jumping to see the conclusion of it, at this point, Dave Meyer has Staff's hidden X-File limited to 4 remaining possibilities, and Stafford Parker currently has Dave Meyer's selected X-File down to 5. So it's pretty much neck and neck at this point. And we're nearing the finish line for this very riveting matchup, and I'm going to jump backstage and let you gentlemen carry on.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
I believe at the bottom of turn 4, my turn 4, you've just sold cards.
Yeah, I just sold those for 11, and I got a whole bunch over there.
Big pot.
I got a big pot. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything yet. Not yet. No, we had just died right when I was about to sell or buy. 2, 4, 6. I'm just going to give you a recap of what I have. That's 8. That's 10. That's 12. 14, 16, 18, 19 total at the moment for the with the selling of the 11 for those 2. I am going to buy some cards because I do have to get a little defense going here, because you're still getting too craftily close to me. So I have to try everything I can to stop you. But you've only got 3 resources, which makes me happy. Resources? Who needs stinking resources? All right, I am gonna. All right, I was on the fence of whether I was going to throw. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep those. It doesn't. All right. Actually, at the end of that was like, because I have not purchased any cards, I also want to sell my friend in the FBI, which does me absolutely no good. So that was going to be the remainder of that while we were doing that whole shenanigan. Okay, so now I can buy some cards. Let's see what I do with the buying of the cards. The buying of the cards. Well, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, you can't. Well, you could relentless, but then you couldn't do anything. So I think relentless. You said once again I don't think you have relentless. So we'll see how it goes.
I haven't said.
No, I know, but it's like we'll see how it goes. I will buy. I will attempt to buy 6.
Go ahead.
Okay.
This time.
Right. So that puts me back down to 14 CP at this point. So I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that was all horrible stuff. But
horrible for me?
I don't know.
6 sides.
Hey, just out of curiosity, I am seeing myself a little. I wonder
you're okay on my side.
Okay, cool. That's just my side. Then I'm fine. On my board, I see my board fine. Myself, I kind of like I'm in a little bit of a fog. So okay, cool. I've got the cards I want to do. So feel free to do your stuff.
Okay. So no healing and no requisitioning this time. They were all in the field and they will remain there. And I'm going to play Ellen's Airbase. And I'm going to pay just 1 for that because of Colton's token, because it's a bureaucracy. So I'll go down to 2. And I will not play a second site. So over to you for bluffs.
Okay. What does Ellen's What does Ellen's Air Force Base do?
Bureaucracy 4+, an affiliation question.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. We are going to do 1. And do we want to do a second just in case, because I got all that CP floating around? Let's see. Sure, why not? There you go. We'll put 2 bluffs on it. 2 bluffs.
Okay. I will go ahead and investigate.
You'll go ahead and investigate. And everyone finds out there's nothing there because it's garbage. It's a poltergeist attack because you have no occult adversary, occult investigation, so it doesn't do me any good. And I also threw away my outskirts of Atlantic City because it gave me so much trouble earlier, and I hate it, so I threw it away.
Fair enough. Hello, Daryl H. He said hello to us, so I'm saying hello back.
Hello. Yeah, I missed in at Gen Con. We were ships in the night. We passed, and we never got a chance to play down there.
Cool. So we go into the investigation.
We are going into the investigation.
6.
Bureaucracy 6. Do I have anything else to stop you? Well, sadly, I do not. So that's going to be a bad one.
Oh, very good. Very generous of you. An affiliation question. So I will ask you, is your affiliation alien?
It is not alien.
Okay, that knocks out 2. Down to 3. We're neck and neck, putting our noses in front of each other.
No kidding. Not alien, and that was question number 5 for you.
Do I make a guess?
33% chance. I'm down to 4, yes. And since it was an affiliation, I can ask affiliation or an X-File. An affiliation might be a death knell if I get to go into the next round. Just saying. Just saying.
I won't ask a question.
That's fair.
Or guess, rather.
Okay, yes.
Cool. And then debriefing.
All righty. I can throw some cards away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll get to throw 1. I'll get to throw 1 away. Oh, well, look at me go. All right, I do want that one. I want that one. Need that one, that one. I want that one for future rounds. All right. All right. Sorry, Manitou stalks your prey. Away you go. I was hoping a motive site was going to pop because that would have been nice. Nice. He would have just like started eating your crew.
Yeah. You're right. I like this card, and it served me very well in my last game. But so I'm going to discard and debriefing. Oh, can you still hear me? Have I?
Yes. Yes. I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
2 medical treatments.
Darkened Forest.
Darkened Forest. Darkened Forest was amazing for me in my last round.
Yes, that and Hunter in the Dark. Yeah, that was a bad combo. I did not like that at all. So I was preparing for that.
Let's be down to 7.
So
we're both down
to
7. To your 5.
Awesome. Yes, I'm down to 7 as well. So I will draw my card, see what happens. It is something that I don't want, but it's okay. I'm going to take all 5 in RP because, well, I've got a boatload of CP, so I will take that. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm going to see if I buy anything. Okay, I am going to, let's see. I've got that. Need that. Those 2 are necessaries. So, I'm not going to buy any cards.
Okay. I am going to sell. Three cards. Fast Strike.
Gotcha.
4/4.
Gotcha.
2 Lux video camera for 5.
Gotcha. 9.
And hack into government files for 5. Ooh. So 14.
14. You're taking my approach
15, now. And my rejuvenating caves. 2 more. I'm up to 17. Gotcha. I will buy 4 cards.
5 cards. 5 cards.
5 cards on the way. Over to you.
Okay, let us start doing some stuff. want those two. That'll work. 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 I'm gonna play. No healing. I can't heal. These guys are in the field. Requisition. Don't do requisition. Deployment. They're still there. Case assignment. All right. We're gonna play 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, Alien Investigation 4 with a motive sight, and that is for 2. And then I'm also going to play. That actually may work to my advantage. I will play Farmington, New Mexico, which is Alien Investigation of 5 or Computer 5. It does allow me to ask a motive or a method question, but if I downshift my question to ask whether the method is manipulation, I can dump that skill down by 1.
So one is a motive question and one is a method or motive.
That's correct.
Well, I'm not going to give you any clues. I'm not playing any bluffs.
No bluffs, but you have 1,000 CP to throw at me. So let's see what happens here. Okay, let us do this then. Let's visit some sites. Let's see. How much do they have on their own? He does have the 1. Oh, okay, whatever. All right. Berkey is going to hang out at Farmington. We're just going to stuff him over there for right now. And while I still try to figure out how best to sort these fools.
Discount 4 plus 1, one that you need to ask.
Yes. That is pretty much. I'm going to use the computer. That is my goal on that one. Is to use the computer for. Yes.
Because he's 4. Yeah, makes sense.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Because I didn't think they had enough, but using some extra oomph, she's not helping in Alien Investigation. She'll still hang out over there. You know what? She needs just a little help because in case you decide to start whipping people around with a bunch of battle cards and adversaries and combats and stuff, we're going to do that split. That is what we're going to do. We got these 4 there and these 2 living over here. I will choose to go to, because that's going to be the method of manipulation. So it's going to be, I'm going to go that one first.
Okay, so I just need to take out Burke, in theory.
Yeah. Yes, in theory, yes.
And that one's a motive or a method.
That is correct. So yeah, his goal is to ask if the method is manipulation of evidence. So we'll go from there. Since that's still a viable option for me, I figured might as well hedge as many bets as I could hedge.
And you're down to 3 on my X-File, aren't you? No, 5.
I had done 4.
Oh, 5.
4.
4, and I'm down to 3, yeah.
That's correct.
So if you ask that question that you need the discount for, what will you be down to?
If I dump manipulation, manipulation would be...
I suppose you don't know the answer, so you can't say that.
I don't know the answer. Yes. It depends.
That's impossible. Yeah, fair enough. And the other question is a motive.
It is a motive, yes.
Motive. Yeah.
Yep. Alien Investigation 4 on that one.
Okay. Well, I will play Crew Catman.
Crew Catman. Okay.
I think we've just lost the stream again.
On this, no. I still see you.
Okay. Good.
Hello. Okay.
Can you still hear me?
I see you. So yes, I can. Crew Catman. So you're going to fight Burke alone, correct?
Yes, my screen has frozen, so I can hear you on this camera.
Good.
Oh, we're back now.
There you go. Okay. You're back. All right, cool.
So Crew Catman, I'm paying 6 for it.
You're paying for 6 for it.
Yes. So would you like to stop this?
I would. I'm going to play my evasive maneuvers to evade it. I would like to evade him. I don't want him to punch. Well, that was there. It gives me 2 left.
Cool. What's the text on evasive maneuvers, just for completeness?
Negate 1 non-phenomena adversary.
Nice.
It's just a higher cost X with qualifiers. All right. We got 6. Let's see what else we got there.
Yeah. All yours.
Oh, all mine? Okay. So yes, I'm going to ask: is your method manipulation of whatever? It just says manipulation on my card.
Method manipulation. Yes, it is.
Ah. Okay. We got a method manipulation. So we're looking at a possibility of the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. We have dropped out violence, so there is no Brother Martin. Okay, so there's no threats. So no threats is there. Manipulation is there. Gives me F masculata. Ooh, I wonder if you took that route. Whether you took the F masculata route because nobody can pronounce that stupid word. Oh, no. Bloop, bloop. Government's gone. It is. I'm looking at things that don't exist. I have been. Oh, ooh, that's a 50-50. But I have another question, I think. That's a 50-50. Because, yes, not government. I'm just making sure that I didn't bork that up. That was question number 5. I asked is manipulation. Yeah, we already knocked out control. Manipulation was there, making it Gregor's the only one in the alien. FE masculata doesn't work because government's gone. No violence, so Jersey Devil's gone. Yeah, we're down to 2. All right, no, I'm not going to do it though because I'm going to see if I can get to that next site and put the dagger in.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's see what you got.
So that's alien investigation, and you're currently at 6.
Alien investigation. I'm currently at 6. You know what? You are correct. I am at 5. You are right. Alien investigation. I have somebody floating. Oh yeah, Burke has a little bonus alien investigation on there.
No cards to play. Go ahead.
None.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going. Oh, wow. Oh, this is. Okay. Is your motive? We have 2 options.
Is it not method? Is it not method?
No, it's motive. Motive. So
okay,
just making sure. Okay. I just want to make sure you don't have anything else to hit it with. Okay, cool. I either have a motive of security or I have a motive of knowledge, and either one might get me this. Might get me this. Is your motive security?
No.
Okay, it's not. So motive is not security. So that knocks that out. So I've got no answers except for 1. So
good sign.
So theoretically, as long as I'm not insane, I think I have your X-File narrowed down to: is your X-File Leonard Vance?
Yes, it is. Well done.
Yay! Oh, that was so back and forth. I thought you had me toasted. When you got that early subterfuge, I'm like, oh, I thought I was done.
And the crowd goes wild. Dave Meyer will be advancing to round 3.
Kudos. Awesome game.
For X-Files CCG virtual tournament. You're definitely advancing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are going, Dave, and you will be taking on Kurt Richardson.
Wait, I want to stop. I can see it.
Okay, I'll take it. I win. Right, you heard it, Stephen.
All right, Stafford. In this case, you will be advancing to round 3 to take on Richardson.
That was. Oh my God. That was. That was. I thought. Yeah, you got subterfuge early, and I'm like, oh God, I am in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Yeah,
I turtled.
It was looking pretty good for Stafford for a little while when he got that subterfuge question right. But then again, Stafford, unfortunately, unlike your previous forays in this tournament, Dave Meyer had an answer for every adversary you put on the map. Every single one. He had some card waiting in the wings to address whatever, which, partly Manners. Yes, Manners did come into play once. Because you did have Dr. Blockhead out there. Yeah. Yes. The Grand Procrastinator was able to thwart every one of Stafford's attempts to send his agents to the hospital.
0 damage done. Only explosion got any damage.
Explosion, yeah.
Explosion
To be honest, that's my goal was when I saw that you had so many adversaries, I'm like, okay, he's 3-0. He's got not a lot of time. Did he revamp completely between the time he stopped and now? I kind of ran mine through some paces to see if it would work because I was like, you got too many adversaries. I need to I can't just run a normal team against that. That's just a normal team is going to get eaten by that. You need to be able to answer it. And so, that was, wow, that was good. That was close. That had my heart pounding many times. So I was like, oh no. I kept looking at things. I'm like, okay, don't look at physiological. Don't look at physiological. Don't look at physiological. Okay. And so what do you think I am?
You should have been looking there because that's what it was.
But that's why I was trying to do that mental thing of going, if I look at physiological, I'm going to send some bizarre Dave waves somewhere and he's going to pick it up and go, oh, it's a physiological. I'm like, curse you. So do you want to take a guess out of the remaining ones?
Yours. Yeah, actually, yeah, because I'm sorry. I was thinking, I got the two X-Files mixed up in my head. Staff,
I did turn down the opportunity to take a guess at 3, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I was leaning towards guessing the vampire.
That would have been incorrect. I was actually a random choice. I picked out the Alien DNA Steroid Program Project Purity Control. And
that was on my list at least. So
yes, I'm glad. I was very worried when I started asking questions. I'm like, oh God, if I do not want to lose this by being stupid somewhere around. Like I looked at, FMS Galata. Oh, that's a good choice. Well, government was already gone. I'm like, I was almost going to ask that. I'm like, oh, well, that was stupid.
Yeah. But I think limited choices was the thing that did it in that game. Yeah. Because I
did have the shotgun, which was pretty impressive.
Yes. Yeah.
From limited choices. I pretty much have lost 2 turns for it where I was just scraping away. But I also had a lack of sights. I had 5 in my first turn. And then I was only able to play 1 a turn. There's a lot of sights in whatever cards I've got left here. So that's a bit unfortunate. But
that's why when you had like 8 or 9, and I saw you going for 5 cards, I'm like, oh, you're digging for sights. I was like, I've been there. I feel it. I'm like, having all the cards and having absolutely sights. Yeah.
When there's a choice between spending the resource to find the sites or not, I think you have to spend them and just accept that you're going to have some boring turns. But you've got to play sites to try and do anything. Yeah. So it was a tricky one. But limited choices is an awesome card.
Yes. It is one of those things where you can really hurt. Yeah, it's like resources. If you can steal resources from people, it's incredible because it's like it's such a tight economy. Barring our weird CP in that last 2 rounds, we had it was the odds of me getting 2 shotguns and a Mrs. Mulder in one. It's not going to happen. So, me having you being able to throw down that 16 CP and buy it back. I mean, my big risk was you langling my 6. Yeah. Otherwise I could have dumped the hand, but I was like, getting that resources back. I mean, I'm always a resource manipulator. I like being able to pull things from people. So like Fury is always big. This is not happening as big. Limited choices is always good. Too close to the truth. Unexpected call, of course. But you never really had a lot of RP for me to fight with. So I had unexpected call in my hand, but you never had enough for me to value the trade. So I was like, it is. But that was an awesome game, though. Awesome. You played great. You had me on the ropes every time. I was like, oh, I have to fight back for every one of these. None of these are easy. So it was a good game.
And that does mean as well that the 2 3-0 by people were out in the first knockout, the game that they played. So winning all your qualifiers doesn't help. Maybe.
That is what I was going to point out, is that both you and Jonathan did unfortunately get eliminated in round 2, despite the very, very swift and decisive victories you had very early on in this tournament. And I don't know if you will just talk. I mean, it's obviously a combination of things. You got, just the fates and luck of the draw, and the fact that Dave had all the right cards at all the right time, but also the fact that you guys hadn't played for quite a while. There was a long period where you guys were out for several months.
I haven't played since May.
Yeah.
I've been
I also want to take us back to a particular play because I thought this was one of the more interesting parts of this matchup, and it's one of those woulda, shoulda, coulda things. But nevertheless, Dave, I gotta take you back to to the moment when Stafford first played Joseph Patnick on your team, and then you negated it with X, and then Stafford followed it up immediately with the Sandman, which bottomed out his conspiracy pool, and then you used Manners to go in and search for Dr. Blockhead to negate the Sandman evolutionary creature. Mm-hmm. Now, again, this is one of those where we'll never know because darkest timeline, whatever. But I have to wonder, though, Dave, if Stafford had played the Sandman first,
not as deadly.
Would you have played X on this? If he had played it first, you had no idea that he had Patnick in his hand, right? He plays the Sandman and
all it does is
you at that point have X in your hand. Quick withdraw.
Yeah, it would have taken out Krychek, but if it was given that choice, yes, I wouldn't want them to do anything. So I wouldn't want Sandman to get through. Mm-hmm. I'm getting a little okay. Good. I'm still coming through. My audio was a little weird. I would have still done that and then still lost Krychek in the process.
Or would you thought of like, well, I'll save my X and go get Blockhead? Well,
no, because Blockhead.
It wasn't a non-phenomenal, was it?
It was. Yeah. Well, X would have negated Patnick, but Blockhead would not have negated Patnick because it's not a phenomenon.
Correct.
So but I think he was going for the punch. I think because I was still saving that for burn fodder, so I was still going to pull out thinkers. I was going to my main goal with Manners, I have a smattering of the negators. I don't have all of them because I don't want this deck to get a foot thick. So I pruned out a lot to get it down to 84 cards. So it's 84 cards, and that was I made some pretty brutal cuts to what I wanted to, and I'm kind of glad I did because I pulled out Krychek double agent because he had Krychek last time, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna cut some of this deadwood because it's one card I may use, I might not use. I want more utility in here, so I feel dirty. I've got the Manners card out there. But I kind of have the thing about it. I was telling Steph when we were playing earlier. I says, when I built this deck, I have to build it with the potential for 2. I don't have another. If I go on, it needs to be able to compete in the next round. If I just
a very different deck to me.
Yes. So I had to think about, okay, I need adversary negation for you, and I need other things for Kurt. But the problem is I couldn't, and I didn't want to. Early on, I didn't want to change my deck coming into the playoffs from David. So David, I came in with my run-of-the-mill every day.
You just assumed you were going to beat David. Oh, that's so hard.
No. I didn't. No, there was not an assumption because that game was also pretty tight.
I'm joking.
But it was one of those things where. But you have to think that way if you can only change your deck so many times, and we can all watch what we've done. So nobody's stopping anybody from watching this tomorrow and going, hey, you know what? Look at all these cards that he played. He hasn't made any changes yet. I don't know. Maybe he changes his deck to kind of combat that, knowing I can't. Don't know.
Do we know if Kurt's already changed his deck? Like publicly?
I don't think so. Because he got a bye in the first because Jeff had to drop out.
Paul.
I'm sorry, Paul, not Jeff. So when Paul dropped, Kurt went in, and then Kurt took out Chris. So the question is, I don't know if it was his same deck. Now we've got the opportunity for 2. You would have 1 coming into the playoffs at some point, and then 1 for the finals. That was the one thing that I want to make sure, because this isn't the deck I like, but it's the deck I had to build. So it's like I'm trying to.
I'm pleased that my deck needed a defending against.
Yes. And no. Yeah. When you had, like, literally, when I watched your game with John, I was looking at it going, I'm like, adversary.
I love
adversary. I mean, so do I. But I'm like, so I'm like, okay, well, I wanted, I'm like, Manners had to come in because he can go and dig those guys out. Now, Nathan did ding me in a play test with it once. where he used psychotic attack, or not psychotic attack. Maybe it is psychotic attack. Which one? Which the one that
psychotic attack would be that Manners cannot get around.
No. It was me playing. I played blockhead to try to stop one of his guys, and then he came in and pheromone induced psychosis. So he then took my blockhead, which I just played, knowing he had pheromones induced. It was a brain fart on my part, but he's like, he threw one down. I used blockhead. I went Manners to blockhead, and then he just like pheromone induced, and now my blockhead's attacking me, and it didn't negate anybody. So it was like, oh yeah, I got little notes from all
the stories it can tell.
Oh yeah, it's all this weird stuff, but yeah, that was a very good. It was very tight. I was worried the entire time. I had fun the entire time, though. I just gotta say, it was a very fun back.
It was a great game.
Oh yeah,
I was playing a lot of Devil's Advocate with the comments, but I knew you didn't mind that. So.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Well, no, but I
double nasty surprise. If I actually had got double nasty surprise, that would have been incredible.
Well, it was also funny. You had me doubting. You have a good enough poker face that you're like, maybe you do. I don't know. I just like I wasn't gonna, and you just kept laying stuff on it. I'm like, well, eventually I got to go to it. I just got to eventually go. But my goal was I could, and I did bad math. I did bad math thinking that I could cover it because I've got a little breakdown on my little wall here. It says if you want to go to observation evidence, send Manners, Henderson, and Kresge. Well, the problem is, if you want to do if you want to do 4, if you want to do 5, you're SOL. So because I don't play with this team very often, so I needed to know what I can break it down with. So
there were a few points in that game, like punch points, where I was like, if he does this, it's the right move. If he does this, I've got a good chance. And every time you chose the one that I thought you should have chosen based on what I had in my hand. It was like you knew what I could and couldn't defend against. So it was very good. You played very well.
Then I was told that I said that hosting was the hosting early. I was like, you know what? I need to get out of the gate. I don't like playing hosting early for the most part, but I had to get out of the gate. I need to get out of a start. I couldn't have myself stymied turn 1. So I was like, I'll take that shot. And then I was like, oh God, there's only 2 bad things in here. Now I could have hit you with the rejuvenating caves and seen what happened there.
Well, then I drew another one straight away. Oh. So again, you made the right choice because I then ended up putting a second rejuvenating caves as a true bluff on the site. So if you had a rejuvenating me on the first hosting, I would have got one straight away afterwards. Although that would have been interesting. Would that have also?
That's the question we've always answered with I don't know.
Oh, well, let's not go there. Not tonight. Let's just. I didn't say that.
We'll now be that discussion crop up in the Discord community in short notice now as a result of that. Well done, Stafford. So
well done.
I guess I'll go ahead.
Well played.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and plug our Discord community since it is such a very active and chatty bunch that love this game so much. So our Discord community, aptly titled Purity Control,
which was Dave's X-Files.
Is available in the description below. If you want to join in and get in on that discussion, just find the link in the description field of this and every other video on this channel. We also have that X-Files CCG Facebook group that's out there too. Not as chatty, but nevertheless, you can also join that if you want to stay up to date on when games are happening, because we usually promote our games in both. And that is a worthwhile one to go to. It's a big community, but like I said, the posts there's not a lot of back and forth as we get in the Discord group. However, so I want to plug a few things before we call it a day. Stafford, you may have been eliminated from this tournament, but if you had been paying attention to some of the recent chatter by my co-host, Mike Green, there may be some potential for some of you to maybe get another prize in something coming up. There was an announcement that was posted in our Discord group. It's a bit limited in focus. And I know you, actually, Stafford, I know you will qualify for that.
Okay.
Because I'm aware of what card you do have as well as cards you don't yet have in your collection. So take a look in the Discord group because, again, as I said, you qualify for that. And so
I do not.
You do not. You're good on that front, Dave. So yeah, check that out, Stafford, because there's going to be some opportunities for some of you who I know as contenders in this tournament. I've become aware of what cards you guys are still needing to complete your sets. So there's something coming up. It's not yet finalized, but the prize is finalized for sure. And there's going to be 2 chances to win. So two players are going to get a chance to take something home. And it's, again, limited to those who have yet to complete their full collection of X-Files CCG cards, more specifically the Voyager promotion promos, the 5 promos that came out after the game was discontinued in 97 or 98.
Yeah.
And so you guys are going to have a chance to win one of 2 sets of those, courtesy of Mr. Mike Mackey. So
now,
check that out.
You know that it's a fight in the alley with knives. It has nothing to do with the card.
I have a knife on Pendrell.
You do. Pendrell has a knife. You could.
Yeah, that's right. Pendrell brought a knife to this gunfight, though he never got a chance to actually use it, though. So that's too bad. So that's one thing I want to plug. So yes, again, any of you contenders who have already been eliminated, I'm gonna look at specifically like those like Sky and Dave Peace, Mike DeChuck up in Canada, especially you guys. I'm looking Matt Sauron as well. I want you guys to take heed of that announcement that Mike made in Discord.
Sharpen them knives. Sharpen them knives.
Yeah. Excellent. So also I want to plug my brother channel, Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG, where we are hosting tournament games there as well. And in the meantime, while we are waiting for the next matchups to take place for round 3, I want to plug an upcoming interview that Mike and I are going to be conducting on August 15th. And that is going to be with Mr. Brian Woodward, who was one of the playtesters for the X-Files CCG back when it during its early days. And Mr. Brian Woodward did go on to help create the Scooby-Doo expandable card game as well. So we're going to be interviewing him again, and that's going to be, once again, August 15th, Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG. That's going to be 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It should be a live broadcast, so if you don't catch the live recording, you can always watch it later on. And of course, if you are attending the live broadcast, you can also submit some questions for Mr. Brian Woodward to answer. And it can be about X-Files CCG. It can be about Scooby-Doo ECG. It's it's going to be kind of a free-for-all as far as I know. So look out for that while, again, we're waiting for the next tournament games to get scheduled. And so at this point, round 2 of the 2024 X-Files CCG virtual tournament has been concluded. So we have 2 round 3 matchups taking place. As I said at the start of the previous broadcast, because this one got prematurely ended. But in round 3, we're going to see Alistair Hedden versus John Wood. And who actually I saw John Wood was in our live chat earlier, so which is a great game. So yeah, John Wood, I suspect you and Alistair will be hitting me up with a date for your round 3 matchup pretty soon. And Dave Meyer, you now get to reach out to Kurt and schedule your guys' matchup. He
conceded.
He's in Kentucky. Or no. Kurt is in Indiana, and Dave, you're in Illinois. You guys are right next to each other. It should not be an issue.
Theoretically, no. Yeah. I mean, it's still going to be a couple weeks out because I'm actually going camping next week after my stuff didn't blow up. My RV did not get destroyed in the wave of hurricanes or tornadoes, which was a plus. So, but now I can get it out. So now next weekend I'm gone. But the weekend after is very possible, or the weekend after that is also very possible. But we'll have to see.
Excellent. It is looking like we have a tentative date set for John Wood's matchup with Alistair, but of course I'll confirm that in our Discord community once we get a time and all that set up, and we'll create a link. This one we'll probably do this one on Mike's X-Files CCG, I suspect, but we'll see. It kind of depends on Mike's availability as well as mine. So we're looking at it tentatively next Sunday for that. But again, stay tuned for that one. And like I said, we'll also be staying tuned for when Dave and Kurt schedule their matchup. So this is round 3. And then there were 4. And so these next 2 games will determine who's going to be our finalists. So who's going to be taking home some prizes. However, there's one other thing I want to announce because as as Mike announced in our previous broadcast for the previous tournament we did, there are going to be 3 winners that are going to be taking home prizes from this tournament. So, while obviously we have 2 finalists advancing to the final matchup, of course, there's going to be an opportunity for some of those who did not advance to the final matchup will have a chance to take home some prizes as well. So I'll let Mike talk more about that the next time he is on either this broadcast or or whenever Mike is next available to talk more about that. So some of you guys who got eliminated will have another chance to win a little bit of prizes. So consolation prizes nonetheless, but hey, you're winning something. So trying to give everyone a chance to take home something from this tournament. So so I think that's about all the news we have at this point. So more news to come. Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for availing yourself on this Sunday. And it was a riveting matchup. Again, I really do like the games where it's back and forth, and there's not a runaway victor from the start. It's way more interesting when you guys are just toe-to-toe the whole time, and there's not really a clear-cut winner right up until the final question gets asked. Those are the best kinds of games. You guys concur?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was an awesome game.
Excellent.
Yeah, well played. Really good fun.
Excellent.
Likewise.
And there's more where that came from. So please be sure to subscribe to this channel and be sure to subscribe to Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG as well if you want to have more X-Files CCG content in your life. And with that, I will say goodnight. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in as well and contributing to the live broadcast. So always makes it more interesting. And gentlemen, I will see you next time on the next episode of Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG. Or, well, I got distracted by Leatherface over there because, look, I got him too, Dave. He's right over there. So.
That's why I pulled him out. I mean, otherwise it's like...
I got so distracted. I was like, wait, how the hell did you steal my Leatherface?
I stole your Leatherface.
All right. Well, yeah, I hope your green alien also woke up because he looks like he was down for the count the entire match.
He was doing push-ups.
He was sleeping on the job as far as
he was keeping strong. He was keeping strong, doing push-ups like the mascot for Oregon.
Okay, yeah. So there's another game we can schedule at some point as well when we get this when Dave Meyer is final. Well, actually, both of you guys are still in this tournament, so yeah. I would like to see a rematch between you two. Okay. All right. So that's it. We're going to shut the door to this X-Files office for today. And we'll see you next time on the next episode of Alien Investigations.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
And we